Welcome in Docker tutorial. So in previous tutorial we have seen that how we can create a Docker environment for Laravel project, and we have used three services. A project services example like Laravel, or you can use the CAC-PHP or any other project, no problem. And also we have used MySQL and PHP these two services also. So now what we want to do, we want to update our PHP INI file. The main reason is, for example, if you want to upload a image which is greater than 2 MB, and in this reason you need to change the PHP INI file, because by default max upload file size is 2 MB. So we need to change the settings, right? So for that we need to change the PHP INI file, but according to my last tutorial, there is no any way to change the PHP INI file. So in this tutorial I am going to show you that how you can change the PHP INI file. So let's proceed. So first thing, uh, let's see the current PHP INI setting. So for see this, we are just going to um, just use a PHP info function. So you can see that just I've just given a PHP info function in a blade template, and if you just go and reload your page, you should see your present PHP settings. For example, it's PHP version 8.1.0, and if you just uh, search here the upload max file size, you will see that it's 2M. So 2 megabyte, it's by default. So you will change it, right? So for that, what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to give a simple command. So this is the command. So this is the docker and cp, that means copy, and this is my container name. So you will use your container name. For example, this is the container name that I have used in here, and then I just given here the container location, that where my INI file is, and in here the second portion, after a space, you can see the my host, that means my local host folder and file location. So if you just give and hit on enter, you see that a invalid output pad, because I haven't created any config PHP folder in my local. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a folder in here. So where is my make file and git file, docker file? So here I'm going to create a folder called config, and in this into this config I'm going to create another folder called PHP. And after that, if you just try again, so what you will see, your current running PHP environment or config folders and files, and it will just copy everything and paste it in here. So you can see that now we are seeing the config folder in here. This is the extension, all extension that I'm using, and here you can see the two files in here. One is the PHP INI development, one is the production, but there is no any PHP INI file, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just copy one or two, you can change it, or I'm just going to copy another and just paste it in another file, this copy portion, and going to change it to PHP INI and removing this development. Okay, and you can see the icon also changed, and this is the PHP INI file. And here I'm going to give a search by upload max file size. So so you can see that after given search that it's actually 2 MB. I'm going to change it to 40 MB. So after save, it will actually not work, because there will be no impact in my container location. So for example, if I just go my container, so docker exec command, docker exec it, and here, and if I just access this location, and if you just go to ls to check that the files, and so you can see the three files in here. So when I have changed these files or create these files, there is no any impact in my docker container. I just changed it in my local, so no if you just restart your Apache, nothing will happen, no will change the locker. So what we will do, we will just mount these changes. So mount these changes, which we will change when we will change in my local host, it will change in Docker container. So we have to write here some code, for example in this volume. So we will use this volume. So you can see this our project, which actually syncing or changing when we will change anything in this folder. For example, in this Lara GitHub, in this folder, it will actually changing in this location. The same thing we will do. We just copy this line and just paste it another, and here I will just going to change the folder name. For example, I'm here, the folder name is config, and I'm just going to config, and my local, and this is PHP. So this config and PHP is actually my local host directory, and then in here I will give the directory of container. So here I will give here the user, I think it is USR, this location. I'm going to copy this and paste it in here. Okay, so I just copied this one, user and local and etc, and you can see that without PHP folder, because if you just give it, it will just remove all your PHP files. So I just want to change here. Oh, sorry, that's made mistake. It will here. Okay, now okay. So after that, I'm just going to restart my Docker container. So just up, down and up. So here I'm going to give a command. You can see you can give this command by, if you are using Composer, docker compose down and docker compose up, but I have created make command, so that's why I'll just give here the command make down, and it is downing my all containers, and I will give there make up command. Okay, so after makeup, if you just now check again, I'm going in container directory, and same thing, I'm going to cd in location here, and I'm going to access in PHP folder and giving here the ls. So now you can see the PHP file in here. Okay, so now if you check in your settings that it has changed or not, if you just give the a reload, you will see a error. This error actually for another error, because it's a database error. You don't need to check out this portion, because it's just a database error, because no init table files, so that's why this error occurred. Okay, so now if you just check again, so now you can see that if you just search again, so you can see that the default value has changed. So this is a easy way that how you can update or change your PHP INF file in Docker container. So thank you for watching. If you missed my last tutorial, I just given the link in video description, so you can check out. So thank you for watching. Thank you and welcome for the next tutorial.